In Moscow, Austria's Chancellor Karl Nehammer arrived today for the first meeting with Vladimir Putin by a Western leader since Russia launched its invasion. And our political correspondent Karl, we're coming up on News at 10 tonight. What really did happen during the Russian occupation of Bucha? Our special investigation. Here, a Conservative MP was found guilty today of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old boy at a party 14 years ago. The victim, who's now 29, said he wasn't taken seriously when he first contacted the Conservative Party press office just days before Imran Ahmad Khan was elected MP. Looking at other news now, the government has criticised environmental protesters who've been targeting oil supplies, saying it won't tolerate guerrilla tactics. Now, Downing Street today insisted the Prime Minister still has full confidence in Rishi Sunak after the Chancellor himself requested an investigation into his own family's financial affairs. It is the latest attempt to defuse the tax row that's threatened to engulf the Chancellor. And our political reporter, Shihab. Now, the sister of Sabina Nessa, the primary school teacher murdered by a sexual predator she had never met, tonight spoke out to ITV News about the treatment of her family by the authorities and by the press. Sabina Nessa said her sister's ethnicity meant her case had been treated with less respect than it should have been by some newspapers and the government. Our reporter Chloe Keedy spoke to her. Well, later on the programme, we have the story of another victim of crime sexually harassed by the investigating police officer who told her this.
But of course, after such a dreadful year, that professionalism, and they say too that they are committed, and I quote, to creating an environment that is intolerant to those who don't.
Now, it's hoped tonight the new regulations being introduced across local authorities in England could help rein in the growing epidemic of fly tipping. Councils will no longer be able to charge households for the removal of DIY rubbish like discarded bricks, plaster and tiles, or even larger items like old baths. Rhys Williams reports from one fly tipping black spot in Kent. Now, recently we featured the former rugby league star Rob Burrow, who has motor neurone disease, getting his MBE at Windsor Castle. And now a fundraising marathon has been launched in his honour in Leeds, the city where he made himself a rugby league legend. Sarah Corker is... And finally, passion for woodwork is not, let's face it, the kind of thing that normally makes someone an internet star. But that's exactly what 12-year-old Gabriel Clark has done, gathering more than 250,000 social media followers and raising tens of thousands of pounds for Ukraine in the process. Yasmin Bodlbai went to meet him. That's a great story, isn't it? Well done, Gabriel. And that's it from us for now. Tom will be here later with that special news at 10, looking in depth at reports of war crimes in Ukraine. But for now, from all of us on the evening team, bye-bye.